45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 547. Today is Monday, July 28th, 2025. It's a scorcher today, kid. How you doing?
You know it's a scorcher if I got to come back downstairs into the room, Dill. It's hot out there, but we're back. We're live on a pretty good Monday. Not too busy, but we're here for the people, Dylan. Got two features. Shockingly exciting to talk about. I'm excited to talk about Dill, but other than that, glad to be here. Let's get into it.
Yeah, we got a great episode. We got Moonoff Manji coming back from pregame.com, and he'll be previewing the Texans and the Titans. We'll give you our picks and plays as well. And we got some baseball plays as well towards the end of the show. We will start, though, in the NBA. Billy Donovan, he gets a contract extension with multi-year contract extension with the franchise. According to Shams and other reporters in Chicago, he's viewed as the leader in the Bulls organization. He's going to enter his sixth season in Chicago. He has 800 games, over 800 games in his career. Coach, I know he was sought after by the Knicks in free agency. They couldn't get him. But, I think it's a good signing. We all know what he went back-to-back in Florida in college. But I like Billy Donovan. I don't think he's a bad coach at all. I'm trying to get his record at in Chicago. Five seasons in Chicago. He's 195 and 205. So 488 winning percentage, almost around 500, but he's had some shit teams.
Yeah, not horrible, honestly. I think Billy Donovan is a pretty good head coach in my eyes. You know, we saw the success he had in Florida. We saw, he had a pretty young OKC team. I understand Russ was there, but they had some playoff runs. And now, it's been not the best situation in Chicago, but it's not really his fault. It's not because his coaching ability there, he's under 500. No, it's the lack of talent. We know Chicago has been, ever since, you can honestly say since the D Rose era, haven't really got back to playoff form or, contending form. So I think Billy Donovan definitely deserved the contract. Like you said, I think the Knicks maybe not desperately wanted, but it was on their radar. Billy Donovan was on the Knicks' radar, and I guarantee there's a handful of teams out there that will love Billy Donovan as their head coach. So to me, it's a great move from the Bulls. I understand they might not be in a win now situation, but at least you locked in a pretty good head coach, in my opinion, and hopefully you could build from that with some solid draft picks and maybe some free agent signings. But for now, shout out Billy. I think he well-deserved extension.
Yeah, he was really good in the 5 seasons in OKC. He was 243 and 157, over a 600 winning percentage over there as well. He, I think he went 18 and 11 in 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, I think he went 18 and 11 in the playoffs for them. Not terrible, but
that's pretty good. That's pretty great, honestly.
Yeah, it just sucks that, he doesn't get to shine for everything. It's like Mark Jackson in Golden State.
he built a great foundation.
Yeah. And then someone else came in and took it, but it's all good. Let's go to the NFL. We had some crazy news, and I want to start here in Vegas. Raiders release defensive tackle Christian Wilkerson with, he had an interesting thing going on with a teammate. They said it was because he didn't take his rehab seriously. I think that is just bullshit. Even Adam Schefter came on and said, that really wasn't it. The Raiders voided the remaining $35.2 million guaranteed left on his contract. He has filed a grievance with the NFLPA. So the grievance was filed, I think, on June 26th. So the legal battle awaits. He signed a 4-year, $110 million contract nearly a year and a half ago. He suffered a Jones fracture in his foot in October. He required surgery, ended his season. But dating back to Clemson, he's always been a weird guy. You had that incident where, this is not just me, Elvis. This is like, you could go there and see the videos for yourself when he played Trevor Lawrence. He used to do a lot of like butt stuff. Like I'm not even trying to get weird, but like he would like on a pile. You remember Brandon Spikes where he would just stomp on people?
Mm-hmm.
He would touch people. And it was just like, it was a little weird. And apparently Adam Schefter was talking. He was on Pat's show today. And he said, I know everyone's tiptoeing around this, but from everyone that he's talked to in the locker room, he was giving a teammate a kiss on the forehead. And he felt the teammate felt offended by it. And he didn't fuck with it.
The teammate, I'm letting you know right now, that teammate most likely swung on him. And things escalated, and this is what just getting put out to the media, Dale.
And real quick, before you get into it, it had to have been someone serious. It couldn't have been no rookie or practice squad guy where he's for the organization to cut you. I'm thinking it's Max Crosby. You don't just, I know you don't fuck with that. And you going around kissing grown men on the forehead is crazy.
Yeah. So one, I'm shocked just because one, you signed them, like you said, a year and a half ago, a little over a year ago, for a great deal, $110+ million.
Mm-hmm.
And now, just after a season, I understand he's dealing with the injury. Hopefully he recovers 100% from it. But clearly, there's some friction or something going on behind the scenes that we don't know the full story of. This is what is just coming out, though. We don't know what happened in the locker room. We don't know if this happened in the past, and this was just the final straw. So I hope, me personally, I hope he wins his appeal and he gets.
Yeah, I hope he gets his money.
Majority. He probably won't get all because you didn't play the season, but at the end of the day, you signed the contract. Both sides got to honor it. And yeah, he might have did some things, but he should at least get some of it. So I hope he finds a team, maybe a team like Cincinnati, who desperately needs a defensive stud. Who I think he got something left.
There's talent there.
There's definitely talent there. It's just
that's the thing, kid. I think he should get his money, but after everything that's coming out, I don't think a team is going to sign him, at least this year.
At the end of the day, talent is tolerable if it's worth it. Talent,
according to the Raiders, it wasn't.
Like I said, this might have been the last straw.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe another team out there is going to give him a few chances, but hopefully he recognizes as a grown man, all right, enough is enough. Let me stop playing with my job. Let me stop playing with my career, and let me take this seriously. Or, Dylan, hear me out.
Yeah.
We might have a Kanye situation where he just wanted to go crazy and leave the situation he in. Maybe he's not happy being a Las Vegas Raider.
Like Chandler Jones.
But the difference between him and Chandler Jones' career was over.
Yeah.
He still got some left in the tank, so he might have just sabotaged his situation and might be wanting to go somewhere he honestly wants to play. I could be wrong, and I think I might be wrong, but hey, gotta possibly put that in there.
How would you handle a situation if you've been in locker rooms your life if someone tried to kiss you on the head? And I don't want to hear no comment.
All right, realistically, all right. If me and this person been on the same team together, let's just say for like 3+ seasons, it's different. But if he just did that, clearly he's just been on the team for just a year. A year is way too soon to be touching anybody. And I'm not trying to justify, just because we've been teammates for a long time. No, I'm just saying you build a relationship. I guarantee, Dylan, if I kiss you in the forehead, would you feel some type of way?
No.
Nah, because we knew each other for that long. Now, if some dude you just met 3 months ago kiss you on the forehead,
Don't touch me.
you're gonna smack the shit out of him. So I look at it. If you're not a close friend, you don't know my family. You haven't met my mom. Shouldn't be touching me, let alone kissing me in my forehead. So I would smack the shit out of anyone that I don't consider a loved one or a family member, or if not a very close friend.
And I think to your point earlier, I don't think this is the first incident that it's happened. He's probably done it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because
So
you just don't get fired.
yeah.
Well, let go and cut just for kissing the man on his forehead once.
I think it was Max Crosby, and Max Crosby or someone probably said, "Nope, going to HR," and they said, "You know what? We'll eat the $35 million." So
it had to be someone,
because no one has that type of pull.
I'm trying to think.
That's
on
what
the
I'm
defensive
saying.
side, like
He was Gruden. He was Gruden's guy too.
I'm looking at the depth chart now. Shit.
I'm telling you,
It might have been Crosby.
I looked at it.
Unless it was like an offensive lineman he was
But
lining
even-
up against.
But even then, it's just like
It could honestly. I'm gonna say it was an offensive lineman. He beat him, and he probably sunned him, kissed him on the forehead, and they scrapped. That's what I'm assuming happened.
they scrapped.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming happened.
Yeah, this shit was crazy, but
You know,
yeah,
I didn't even know this happened. I just found out right now. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, the legal battle awaits. Man, he was supposed to make 20. He was supposed to make he had 35 million worth in guaranteed on June 4th, 8 million this year, and then 27.5 million next year. So we'll see. The legal battle awaits. He probably will get some of that money, which I do think is right. You signed a contract. Now will another team sign him? We'll see. I don't think so. Not this year, at least. Maybe next year.
And I guarantee in the contract, it was never. I don't know why it would be, but if you kiss another man on his forehead, it voids the contract. I guarantee that's not in there.
No.
Maybe
maybe the next one.
If you sexually assault someone, your contract could be voided. And if that person feels like you sexually assaulted them, hey, maybe your contract will be voided, my boy. I don't know what's in it.
It's crazy.
If sexual assault is in every NFL contract, you cannot sexual assault another teammate. And if that teammate feels like a kiss in the forehead was that line crossed,
there's boundaries, bro. There's boundaries.
You're not getting a dime.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know right now.
Someone who is getting a dime, Cincinnati Bengal first round draft pick.
About time.
Shamor Stewart gets his contract, 4 years, fully guaranteed, $18.97 million contract. It includes 10.4 of it at signing. Every 2000 first round pick now has a deal. Now the Bengals could devote all their time and energy to Trey Hendrickson, which clock is ticking. I hope they find a deal soon, but it's good to get the rookie in camp finally.
Yeah, I found out this a couple weeks ago on why their 17th overall pick wasn't reported. Is because it put a clause in his contract that doesn't guarantee it after the first season if he has like off the field issue or something like that. So they put some type of clause in his contract that made him not sign him. His agent told him not to sign it. So, at the end, this is Cincinnati's fault for trying to put something in somebody's contract that's possibly gonna make him lose some money. So I blame this on Cincinnati. First of all, he's a rookie. Every young man out there is possibly gonna make a mistake, but you shouldn't put that in his contract so you don't have to guarantee anything. To me, Cincinnati Bengals should be fully ashamed of themselves on that. So I'm finally glad that they got this taken care of, because we know how bad the Cincinnati Bengals need a defensive stopper, a star on the rise on the defensive side of the ball. They got enough firepower on the offensive side, though. They need somebody alongside Henderson They need to get that deal done as well. That's gonna be impactful on the defensive side of the ball. So I'm glad Stewart and the Bengals finally was able to get this deal done.
Spotted at camp. No deal, though. Terry McLaurin has arrived. He's expected to be placed on the PUP list. He hasn't dealing with an ankle injury, according allegedly. But that 50K was racking up day by day. But as a hold in and unable to play because of an injury, he won't be fined anymore. But the two sides remain far apart from a contract. It's better, though. I'll say that. At least he's in the building.
Yeah, it's always good when you have your number one wide receiver in the building, but at the end of the day, I think he has his mindset. He wants to get a deal done. I think we could all agree. Scary Terry, at what was the number? I think at $16 million is
Yeah, he's
severely
making like
underpaid.
15 and a half, almost 16
Yeah,
million. I think he's going to get around 28 to 30.
in my opinion, I think he thinks he deserves or should get what Justin Jamar CD got, which was upwards of $35 million a
I don't know
season.
about that.
I don't think he's gonna be able to get that. Look at Ron Scary Terry. You're definitely the best wide receiver on your team, but you're far from the best wide receiver in your division. So I think Scary Terry has to come to the realization what's best for him and what's also best for the Washington Commanders, and making him a top three highest paid wide receiver ain't what's best for business in my opinion. So I think he has to swallow a pill, and he's gonna definitely take a raised bump, but trying to be one of the highest paid in the wide receivers in the NFL, to me, I think that's a little out the realm for Scary Terry.
Well, we do have a highest paid offensive line now. Left tackle Rashard Slater from the Chargers. He recorded a 4-year, $114 million extension, $92 million guaranteed, and now makes him the highest paid offensive lineman in NFL history. This year, he's making $28.5 million. Tristan Wirfs is at $28.12. Penny Sewell, he's making $28. Trent Williams is $27.55. And Christian Darson is at 26. So he's great. I mean, I'm happy for him. He just got a divorce of his ex-wife.
Perfect
now.
timing.
So it's perfect timing. So good for him.
Shout out the Chargers for giving him the ever exposure special, getting his extension after the divorce is finalized. And not for nothing, Slater's been one of the best offensive linemen since he's been drafted. Fifth, fourth season in the league? I think he gave up as many sacks as he's been in the NFL. I remember his rookie year. I think he only gave up one sack. I think so. He's been tremendous since coming into the league. There's no doubt he's been one of the best offensive linemen in all of football. And when I say this was a key signing for Justin Herbert's future, I can't state that enough. So shout out the Chargers for taking care of one of the best linemen in all of football, and shout out Justin Herbert for also having one of the best linemen in all of football, especially on the left side.
Yeah, 100%. Well deserved. The guy is a great pass blocker, great run blocker as well. So he definitely deserves the money. Broncos, Cortland Sutton, they reached an agreement, 4 years, $92 million. Bo Nix guy gets taken care of. And I think he needs to take Bo Nix out because Bo Nix helped him get that money after last season. I love Cortland Sutton. I think he's very underrated. Now he has a great quarterback with him. I'm glad he's getting paid. Cortland Sutton, 4 years, $92 million.
Yeah, to me, this is a great contract for both sides. Just basically right over $23 million. At $23 million, I think this was Scary Terry has to bring to the Washington Commanders. Like, you know what? All right, could we get 4 years, 100? 4 years, 102? Because I think Scary Terry should get at least a little hair over Cortland Sutton. I think Cortland Sutton is solid, but I think Scary Terry is a little more impactful and more consistent in my opinion. So I think this is a win-win for the Denver Broncos. Don't get me wrong, Cortland Sutton is a true number one wide receiver for any team, in my opinion. It's just he throughout the years, didn't really have a quarterback. And then we saw him have a tremendous season last year with Bo Nix. And not for nothing, though, we might see the prime of Cortland Sutton these next few years with Bo Nix and Sean Payton. So exciting. And the fact that you're able to get a number one receiver, for my opinion, below the market value, It's a win-win. Shout out the Broncos.
Yeah, 100%. Shout out them. Happy for Cortland Sutton. I love Cortland Sutton. I think he's a good fantasy player as well. And then lastly, Buccaneers, they reworked quarterback Baker Mayfield's contract to give him $30 million guaranteed in 2026. Year that previously had no guaranteed. So the length of the contract remains the same, but now Baker has financial security heading into next season, which is the final year of his deal. So he's earned it. I mean, I want to see how he does without Liam Cohen, new offensive coordinator there. So we'll see. But Baker's earned every penny that he's made.
Yeah, let's not forget, people. Baker only signed a 3-year extension, and he got paid well. And after last season, let's not forget, people. Baker Mayfield down the stretch was in the MVP conversation. He was balling. So
didn't play good in the playoffs though.
Didn't we not? But leading into the playoffs, still he was playing great. He's playing out of his mind, honestly. I think Baker Mayfield, the fact that he was able to turn his career around. Let's not forget, people. He left Cleveland, went to Carolina. He was terrible in Carolina. Let's just be honest. But I'm not gonna put all the blame on him because Carolina was a dumpster fire as well. Then he was the backup in LA. I think he started a game or two while Matthew was hurt. And now he was able to go to Tampa Bay on a prove-it deal. Let's not forget, Blaine Gabbert was going to be QB1, but Baker was able to beat him in training camp. And he's taken off, Dill. Saw him get to a playoff game last year. 2 years straight now. Win the division last year. I think Baker Mayfield has earned everything that's coming for him. And the fact that the team reworked the deal to give him $30 million guaranteed for this season.
Next season, his last season.
I wouldn't be surprised they'll come week 10, week 12, depending how well Baker is playing. We see him get a nice extension during the season because I'm telling you right now, if Baker makes the playoffs again, let's just say hypothetically speaking, the Buccaneers win another 10+ games and win the NFC South. Baker Mayfield is going to be one of the highest paid quarterbacks next season during free agency. So I think the Bucs made the right decision, taking care of him early on, and maybe during the season they could work on a long-term extension because that price will go up, Dill, if he enters free agency.
My thing is, do you think he tests his free agency out, or do you think he likes Tampa?
I think he loves Tampa, but at the end of the day,
money.
If there's a come on now, the cap is only going up, and the market value for quarterback is only going up, Dill. And what you tell me all the time, Jordan Love is getting this, but he doesn't have this. Baker has a playoff win now. He has 2.
I agree.
So the fact that Baker is getting less money and he has more playoff wins than some of these top 5 paid guys speaks volumes.
That's a shame. I love Baker, right? And he's a winner too. He has grit.
Yeah.
But a lot of quarterbacks don't. All right, kid. Anything else over the weekend did I miss? That's about it. That's all the football and basketball news that I had. Anything else that you caught? Well, we had another baseball guy, Emmanuel Clase, suspended for gambling. Another Cleveland pitcher too.
Yo, what's going on with this, bro? Like,
are they not getting paid enough?
I'm gonna assume they either owe somebody money and not trying to pay them, so they'll just. I honestly don't know. I think they either one owe money to somebody and they're gonna pay them that way, giving them a free bet, saying, I'm gonna throw this game. Or maybe it's just a temptation. Maybe some people are that enough of a degenerate to be like, you know what? Fuck my career. Fuck making $5+ million a year. I'm a bet. I'm gonna throw this game. So
Derpy says it's the cartel. It might be.
It might be.
When you're going to DR too, right? Next week or next month?
Next month. Yeah.
I'm not saying you have ties, but you got to talk to some people. It's the Dominicans. Why? It's your people. They're giving your people a bad name, if I'm being honest.
I'm not going to comment. I'm going to try to find out some information.
Try.
So I'm going to talk to my dad, and I'm going to see what he can find out.
And if he starts to say, hey, you want to start gambling, we all know.
If put it this, if he gives me a play,
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna tell y'all. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell y'all.
By the way, Red Sox looking good. 57-50, won 2 in a row.
Come
They're
on now.
They're the second place in the wild card.
Come on now.
And they traded Devers.
We took off since the trade, Dill.
Yeah. And we smoked them. The Mets smoked the rain.
And what I told y'all Friday, I understand I took the Red Sox money line for Friday, but we won the series.
Yeah.
What I said, we won 2 out of 3.
It was a good series. Yeah, you guys are right there. Are you on the train? Or are you 1 foot in, 1 foot off? Because we're getting close. We're basically August. Got 2 months left.
Are you asking me?
Are you on the bandwagon right now?
It's no bandwagon. I'm a Red Sox fan. What do you mean bandwagon?
No, I mean, like, are you on the hype train right now? Because a couple months ago, you're like, we traded Devers.
First of all, Dill, for the record, we have everything recorded. The over. It's looking good. The over's looking good.
But we recorded that when you had Devers.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
The over is still the play. 3 straight seasons that Vegas has disrespected us, giving us a 77, 78. This year, I think they gave us an 80.5. Still, we're looking good on that. Realistically, I don't love our bullpen. I don't love it, but Chapman,
he got hurt the other day.
Yeah, if he's able to come back where he should be, and we're striding. I don't love our bullpen, but we have a 3-2 lead in the top of the 9th. Still, I expect us to win that game.
Yeah,
it's just if it's 3-2 in the top of the 7th, I'm a little worrisome.
I like your bullpen more than your starting pitching. I think you need an arm. And the Red Sox came out. They said they're not going to trade Jared Duran, which he's unhappy about. They said, if anything, we'll move him in the winter. I wanted Jared Duran on the Mets. I think he's a pretty good player. But yeah, I like your team. I think the bullpen's pretty good. We'll see how. I think it was a very good series over the weekend. The kid Roman Anthony's a stud. We'll see. Trevor Story's continuing to hit as well. I think you need a pitcher now. And
we need starting pitch. If we had a solid 3-man rotation,
Garrett Crochet's elite.
Is elite, but then it's a severe drop off from 2 to 5. Still,
yeah. So, Walker Buehler can't be there anymore.
Yeah. So if we still have like Nathan Eovaldi,
oh, he's good.
Yeah, I would love our chances more, but on a 3-game series, 5 games series, still, it's just tough with our pitching rotation and then our bullpen. Because I feel like, especially come playoff time, we're going to ask our bullpen to do a lot. And I don't think we're deep in it. I love that team. We're good. I don't think we're that deep.
Yeah. By the way, what was I going to say? Aaron Judge is out now with that elbow injury, so we'll see how long they are. You guys are just a game and a half behind them as well. So,
enough for now. I want to give the Blue Jays some credit, Dale.
They're a wagon.
They're a wagon. I got to give them credit. Right now, there's 20 games, right? 20 games over 500. They're 37-17 at home. So
they're a wagon.
Give the Blue Jays credit. I did not see this coming.
They're gonna win the division.
Yeah, I think I took their season under.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm keeping it real, people. I'm keeping it real. Shout out to Toronto Blue Jays. They're doing one hell of a job. Gotta give them credit.
What is the breaking news? Derby said in the chat. I don't know what that means, but we'll see. But he said he wants me there. Game 1 for Ohio State, Texas.
No breaking news. I think that's it.
He goes, shout out Wingstop, free chicken wings given away tomorrow to celebrate Chicken Wings Day.
Derby.
Where is it at? Wingstop? I hate Wingstop.
Respectfully, Derby, you could do better.
Wingstop's trash. I'm sorry.
Trash. But I ain't gonna hold you. Let's just say Derby, I doubt it, but let's just say you live in Wisconsin. That might be the best option. I'm gonna be real.
We got some good wing places. That's why.
I got a Pica Pollo spot right on my corner.
It's better than Wingstop.
Better than
what happened ever since
all that.
Ever since Rick Ross took over, that shit went downhill.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, it was never good in my opinion. And I'm fat for people. You can clearly see. I'm not skinny. I'm letting you know right now, that's not a great option.
No. Damn, that's crazy. Well, free chicken is free chicken, but I
ain't mad at no free chicken. Yeah. I'll eat it. But would I drive 20 minutes? Probably not.
Probably not. All All right, yeah, that's going to do it. Before we get to our interview with Munaf Manji, a quick word from our sponsor. We're brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer. The best hard seltzer in the market, hands down. Is no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks. So just a kick, just like how we like our lives, whether it's Huckleberry playing around the golf with the boys or an elderberry watching the Hall of Fame game, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with our Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. And now, here is our interview with Munaf Manji. All right, great interview with Munaf. Kid, were you surprised he went after your Patriots? I was happy. It made me smile.
Realistically, am I mad? No. Am I shocked by it? No, because he makes a great point. It is a huge jump. We won 3-4 games now to double our win total. I agree with that aspect, but like I said, I think we had one of the best off seasons in all of football. I think defensively we got much better. I think our secondary is top 10. And let's not forget, Mike Vrabel is an upgrade, right? Josh McDaniels being the offensive coordinator. I forgot to bring that up with Munaf. I think Josh McDaniels, what he could bring to this offense is going to be levels ahead what we was doing last year, Dill. At times last year, our offense was pathetic. We couldn't get first downs. We wasn't creative. We have Jacoby Brissett out there for the first 5 weeks of the season for what? So I think Josh McDaniels, Mike Vrabel, Stephon Diggs coming in. I don't expect much. I just want him to elevate Drake's May play a little bit. So, is he wrong in his theory that not just the Patriots, any team is going to double up their win total in just one season?
It's hard.
It's hard, absolutely. But you can't deny that we made the moves this offseason to do so.
Yeah. No, I would say so. We'll see. Pretty level-headed about the Texans. He is in his hometown. So, and he's kind of high on Cam Ward like I am in the Titans. So we will see. But yeah, football is back, man. We got the fucking Hall of Fame game. I cannot wait. Football is fucking back. Let's get to it. We will start with the I almost said Tennessee Texans. Houston Texans to win the Super Bowl 26-1. To come out of the AFC, they have the 5th best odds at 12-1. To win the South, they will be the favorites at +110. To make the playoffs, yes, at -144, not to make the playoffs at +118. Win total is at 9.5 +110 towards the over, -130 towards the under. We got D'Amico Ryans. This will be his 3rd year. They bring in new offensive coordinator Nick Caley. We got Mac Burke. That is his 3rd year with the defense. Defense, I don't worry about. Coming off 2 back-to-back 10-7 years. They bring in Christian Kirk. They beef up the offensive line a little bit. That is their weakest point, is the offensive line. They bring in Cam Robertson. They sign him 12 years. They get CJ Gardner-Johnson. They bring him in as well. They bring in Trent Brown at right tackle. So they're bringing in a lot. They got LaDainian Thomas, Lincoln Tomlinson, left guard as well. They bring in the whole new line. They got Dalton Schultz at tight end. They get the 2 rookies, Jalen Nolan out of Iowa State, wide receiver. They get Jaden Higgins out of Iowa State as well. They bring in 2 receivers. Christian Kirk. You got Nico Collins as well. We talked about it on the interview, Joe Mixon being out. We'll see how Nick Chubb does, but got your boy. You're always high on him, John Mechie III. You got him. He's going to get some burn as well.
I hope he do, man. I think he deserves it. I think he has a lot of potential. He just doesn't get the playing time.
Yeah. It's a pretty good receiving core. Obviously, CJ Stroud, I think, is a top 10 quarterback. Pretty good running back room when Joe Mixon is healthy. The front seven's a top 5 front 7. Secondary's a top 5. I like D'Amico Ryans as a head coach. I like the over. I said it on the interview as well. I think a healthier squad with Nico Collins, Tank Dell should be back. I like the 2 receivers from Iowa State. I think they'll be good. I like that. Offensive line, like I said, they bring in Laken Tomlinson, Trent Brown, Cam Robinson. They bring all those guys in. I think they're going to be a better offensive line. Not top 10-ish, but they will be better than last year. And I love the defense as well. You bring in Sheldon Rakins, EJ Speed. You got CJ Gardner-Johnson as well. So the additions are going to ensure another spectacular year for that defense. The defense I don't worry about. What I do worry about, they do have a tough schedule. And offensively, CJ Stroud, we talk about he kind of took a year back. I mean, it is from the rookie season, it was a step back.
If you compare him to his rookie year, of course he's a step back. He was phenomenal.
Yeah. And, they racked up a lot of sacks last year. They ranked 4th with 49 sacks. Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, that pair, that needs some help. I mean, out of those two, they racked up 80% of the sacks. That is a problem. They're 2 of the top 10 rushers in the league right now, but they need some help. They bring in Sheldon Rankins, who I think should help as well. So we'll see. I like the over, though, at plus money as well. I counted 10 wins. I counted 11 once. I think they should be a double-digit win team.
Yeah, just to echo a few things from you, like I told Moon off, they didn't make a splash acquisition this offseason, but they made solid moves. Like I love CJ Gardner-Johnson. I still think he's a pretty damn good corner. I think Christian Kirk is a great veteran key addition to this very young wide receiver core who happens to have an injury bug every year for some reason. Nico Collins always missed some games. Tank Dell couldn't finish the season back-to-back years. I even like Xavier Hutchinson. We saw him come in last year while dealing with those injuries, and he was big as well. So I like the makeup of this Houston Texans team. I think CJ Stroud, I agree with you, he's a top 10 quarterback. My main concern, and I think defensively they're pretty damn good. My main concern is the running back room. We saw Joe Mixon last year, especially early on, was honestly pretty damn great, and especially, I don't know if you remember last year, but it seemed to me the games where the Houston Texans were at their best and majority of the games they were winning is when Joe Mixon was having 80, 90, 100-plus yard games, and they was able to rely on the defense, was able to dominate time of possession, and then when needed, CJ Stroud could hit that deep ball, and they'll win the game. To me, that's when they're at their best. So the biggest question mark to me is Nick Chubb going to be that guy? Is he going to be 2023 what he was in the Browns? That's my big question, because we saw Joe Mixon come in right away and be impactful. He's most likely gonna miss the start of the season. Dameon Pierce right now on the PUP list. What we saw from Nick Chubb in the 8-9 games we saw in Cleveland last year wasn't great, wasn't spectacular. And I think right now, and one thing I could agree with Moonoff, the division got better, Dale. I think last year the Texans benefited and back their way into a division title. I don't think this year they're going to be able to back their way into the division title. They're going to have to be healthier. They're going to have to be better productive on both sides of the ball. Defensively, I don't really have too much worries about them defensively, Dill.
Yeah.
But if these injuries accumulate once again on the offensive side of the ball and they're not able to protect CJ Stroud, not able to establish the running game, Dill, I think offensively, might be a little worried, and I think it all starts in the running game. But overall, I do like the Texans. Dill, give me the under on minus 130. I counted 8 wins once. Like you said, they have a tough schedule. I counted 9. I counted 10 once. If I count one number 3 different times, I'm going with the under, Dill. I think the Texans could win the division at 9-7, but like I told you last episode, Dill, I think the Jaguars are live. Not just to make the playoffs, not just to go over, but they're live for the division. So I think this is Jacksonville's division and lose. Don't get me wrong, wouldn't be shocked one bit if the Texans win 10 games. But I think that is the ceiling, Dill, 10 games.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it or to touch them to win the division, just because, like I said last episode, I think sneaky play is Jacksonville this season as well. I think they're going to take a step up. So I wouldn't touch that. I do think they'll make the playoffs, though, at minus 144. I like them to make the playoffs as a wild card team. I think there's just too much talent on this team for them not to.
Yeah,
so I do like them to make
injury or two away.
Yeah, they have to protect CJ too. They have to protect CJ this year. He can't take all those hits like he did last year. Let's go to CJ Stroud and his player props. His passing yards is at 3,825.5. Passing touchdowns is at 21.5. What do you like here for CJ this year?
I'm going with both over. I understand he didn't go over the touchdown number last season, but he went over the mark his rookie season deal. And I think with no Joe Mixon to start the season, we got to see how Nick Chubb is. I think we're going to see a heavily pass-first offense early on, and I think C.J. Stroud with a healthy wide receiver core, once again one of the deepest wide receiver cores. I think he's going to have a lot of success still. I think 21.5 touchdowns for CJ for a top 10 quarterback. I think that's a low number, Dill. I think he deserves, I'm going to say 27, 26, maybe 28 passing touchdowns. I think this number's too low. And I think we might see another 4,000-yard passing season from C.J. Stroud. He went over this his rookie season. I think he went over last season, but not by much. I think we see 4,000-plus yards from C.J. once again as well.
Yeah, so last year you threw for 3,727. So that's about... He threw just under 100. It was like 98 yards he missed it by, which is like a game.
And he missed the game due to the ribs.
Yeah, because of the Jets. I would like these passing yards over more than the touchdowns. Because I agree. I think early on they might be a lot pass heavy, and they're tough schedule. Like Munaf said, in games that they're going to be down, they're going to be forced to throw the ball too. So as soon as Tank Dell comes back, Christian Kirk should be a good receiver. I think he'll have a nice bounce back season. Nico Collins is good. Hopefully he doesn't miss a game. Dalton Schultz is a good receiver as well. You bring in the rookies from Iowa State who should be really good. Yeah, I think there's enough talent on that team where he should get another 4,000-yard season. So I like the passing yards actually a little more than the touchdowns. No running back props, obviously, because Joe Mixon is hurt. I think he misses about a month. Like, I know he's definitely going to be out for a month now up until week 1, but I don't think they rush him back. They can't afford to rush him back because if he winds up missing the season, it might be a dub for them.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be out. When they report significant time or some time, it's not just going to be a week or two, people. It's going to be, I'm going to say from today, 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm going to say he misses 3 to 6 weeks of the NFL season. And I hope I'm wrong about that. I hope he's there week 1, week 2. Because Joe Mixon was special for this offense last season. And hopefully Nick Chubb can beat.
Yeah.
But it's just a question mark at this moment. So I think if Joe Mixon didn't go down with the injury deal, I think he went over 1,000 yards last season. I would have said Joe Mixon most likely live to go over 1,000 again, at least 900. With about 6 to 7 touchdowns still. So sucks that he went down, and it sucks there's no props available for the running back market for the Texans. But hopefully Joe Mixon returns back quicker than we expect him.
Yeah, he was a top 15 running back last year. He had 245 carries. He had over 1,000 yards. He had 11 touchdowns, which was 11th in the league. Yeah, he was a top 15 running back. Maybe not top 10 because he didn't. The yards just weren't there. He was kind of sporadic. He'd have games where he'd go for 23, 25 yards, and then he'd have 105 game. I'm like, why can't you be consistent? But if they give him 15 to 20 carries a game, he's going to get 100 yards. But when I'm looking at his logs, when they give him 5, 10 carries, that's not enough. Joe Mixon needs to be fed.
That's also on the Houston Texans as well.
I agree 100%.
Not able to establish the run. Playing from
because the line was so bad.
Exactly.
They were forced to throw the ball.
Some of those games wasn't, Joe Mixon's fault. They were already down. They couldn't establish the run. And I hope this year is going to be better. I honestly do. If Joe Mixon could be consistent, there's no doubt in my mind this team could win 10 games. But that's the biggest question. Offensive line and running back room.
Let's go to Nico Collins. His receiving yards is at 1,150.5, minus 114 both ways. His receiving touchdowns is at 6.5, minus 140 towards the over, plus 106 towards the under. He had 7 touchdowns last year, had 8 touchdowns in 2023. Back-to-back seasons with 1,000 yards. And then obviously he didn't really play his first 2 seasons in 2022, 2021. So he was hovering around 400 and a half receiving yards. But when healthy and as number one, even with missing time, he's a 1,000-yard receiver. So I like it, especially with the injury of Tank Dell. I think he'll get over 1,000 yards. I like the over 6.5 touchdowns as well. I don't want to lay it just because it's at minus 140, but he should have 7-8 touchdowns as well, especially without Joe Mixon in the lineup. So yeah, I like both overs for Nico.
Yeah, I think Nico Collins is working his way when healthy. I understand we might not put him in the conversation, but if you compare his numbers when he's healthy, he's putting up top 5 wide receiver numbers in the league. Though I understand, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he's a top 5 wide receiver. I don't think so. But his production, think about it. I think he had back-to-back seasons, 1,200 plus yards. Let me.
Last year he just went over 1,000, 1,006.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2023 he had 1,400 yards. No, he had 1,200.
1,200. At the end of the day, it's tough to.
He's a top 15 receiver. I think that's fair. Top 5 is crazy.
No, I'm not saying he's top 5, Dill, but he puts up when he plays. Dill, he be having multiple games, 2 touchdowns, $150.
But not consistently
because he's hurt. When healthy, when he's on the field, though, he's putting up top 5 numbers. With that being said, if the man is healthy, he's the reason why he's second favorite, Dill. Give me Nico Collins to lead the league in receiving yards at plus 1,000.
Wow.
He's not top 5 wide receiver, but he's number 2. He's the number 2 favorite to lead the league in receiving yards for a reason. Like I said, Dill, when you compare his numbers, he's up there with them. So give me Nico Collins to lead the league in receiving yards at plus 1,000. And then give me Nico Collins over 1,150 and a half yards at minus 114, Dill. I think Nico is live to have one of his best seasons yet if he's able to play 15-plus games. I know C.J. Stroud's going to air it out to him. They have a great connection, especially that deep ball down the field. We've seen it numerous times. It's just he's not able to stay healthy. If this man plays 15-plus games, I think he could lead the league in receiving yards, though. Give me a sprinkle on that at plus 1,000.
I love it. No other props, though. I was looking for a Dalton Schultz. I do like Dalton Schultz.
I also would have took Christian Kirk. I think Christian Kirk, easy. Maybe 650, 750. 100, at least 700 yards, 4+ touchdowns. I think Christian Kirk could be live on this offense still. If he stays healthy, I think he might work his way. I understand Dalton Schultz has been there. I wouldn't be shocked come week 4, week 5. Christian Kirk is the second option offensively.
All right, let's go to Tennessee. Their win total is at 5.5. I'm sorry, I just skipped all the way to the win total, but they're 160 to 1 for the Super Bowl. AFC 75 to 1. AFC South, they have the last odds at 600. To make the playoffs, plus 340. To miss it, minus 470. Not going to touch any of that. Win total, though, is at 5.5, minus 160 towards the over, plus 135 towards the under. Now, I said in the interview, they're only favored in 2 games, which is surprising. They have a much easier schedule than they did last year. Second year in Brian Callahan, he does call the plays as well. Denard Wilson, he is the defensive coordinator as well. They get Cam Ward, number 1 overall. Who did they bring in? They brought in Kevin Zeitler, right guard. They bring in Dan Moore Jr., left tackle. They bring in Tyler Lockett, Xavier Woods, safety. They bring in Van Jefferson as well. They brought in some help to protect Cam Ward. They have Tony Pollard, who is a good running back in my eyes. They have some pieces. Calvin Ridley, Chadi Nkoku, definitely butchered that, but he is a solid tight end when healthy as well. Van Jefferson, Tyler Lockett. Yeah, I even like the backup running back Spears out of Tulane as well. I think he's a pretty solid back as well. I don't know. I kind of just like the under, though, man. As much as I like Cam Ward, I don't know. Yes, and he is obviously, and we talked about in the interview, he is a much big improvement from Will Levis.
Huge upgrade. Huge.
But they lost all of their starting linebackers like Kenneth Murray, Ernest Jones, Jerome Baker, Luke Gafford, they all left. They did add Cody Barton, who he's a serviceable starter, but their linebackers are terrible. Like their front seven is terrible. Their secondary is not as bad. I'm not a real Brian Callahan fan. Receivers are okay. They're a little older, but I don't mind them. The running back room, I don't mind. Offensive line, I don't mind as bad. I think they brought in some help. I just don't know. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Cam Ward. There really is, and I think I don't think he's gonna turn the ball over as much as Will Levis. I'm trying to say positive things, but I can't get there. I can't get there.
Still, I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of surprised you're not there. Think about it. With Will Levis, they won 3 games, right? How many games we saw them lose because he made boneheaded mistakes? Week 1 against Chicago, they should have won that game. Let's not forget.
I counted 4 games multiple times. I counted 5 games one time.
No, I understand that, Dill.
I know, I get it. But that was last year.
Yeah. And I think they're a better team. And I think Cam Ward is definitely a huge upgrade over Will Levis.
Yeah.
But like this, if Cam Ward just have better timely turnovers, I think that leads right there 5-6 wins. Still, the turnovers Will Levis were having in fourth quarter late in games were something I never seen before, Dill. And I've been watching the NFL for a long time. I never seen somebody go all the way to the right and throw the ball the other side of the field backwards. He did it
crazy
twice.
Yeah. Where are their wins?
Realistically, Dill, week 1.
Because you're on the over, right?
I'm on the over. Give me the over 5.5 wins. I think they're live week 3 against the Colts at home.
Yeah, I counted that as a win. They are favorite, -1.5.
I hate to say this, Dill. I think they might have a shot at Arizona against the Cardinals. We got to see how good they. I'm not saying I'm probably going to take the Cardinals that game, but would I be shocked?
On the road, Cardinals are a 5.5-point favorite right now.
Like I said, Dill,
I
got to see how the Cardinals look. I'm not just gonna shoo them in. I don't think the Cardinals are gonna be a division winner. I don't think they're gonna be a 10+ win team.
Kyler Murray's elite, though.
I'm not denying he's elite, Dill, but is he consistent? No.
If he's not playing video games.
Yeah, he's not consistent. The following week against the Raiders, I think they're live against the Raiders. Okay, I think the Raiders deserve to be favorites, and they should be. Wouldn't be shocked if they're able to pull that game off. At home against the Patriots, I think this is a pride game, Dale. You got your former head coach coming in. Don't get me wrong. I think this is a great spot for the Patriots, Dale. But would I be shocked if Tennessee showed up against my Patriots and upset us at home? I wouldn't be. I'm being real. I wouldn't be. Would I be shocked if Cam Ward outplays Drake May for a game at home? Wouldn't be shocked by it at all. On the road against the Colts, still, we got to see how the Colts are looking, especially at the QB position. And then at home against Seahawks. I think that's a Thanksgiving game, by the way. If not Thanksgiving week. I think they're live against the Seahawks at home. I think they're live against Jacksonville November 30th. I think they could beat the Browns December 7th. I think they're live against the Saints at home December 28th. And I think if Jacksonville is out of contention, they could possibly win the last week of the season again. Still, I think I could see 6 wins, 7 wins. Give me the over.
Yeah, I split it between I split them with the Colts. Maybe they'll win the home one or the away. Split with the Colts. I gave them the Raiders, and I don't even know if they'll beat the Raiders, but I gave it to them.
I gave them a loss, but I gave them a shot.
Yeah, I think they could beat the Raiders. I gave them the Browns. I gave them New Orleans. That's it. I mean, maybe they'll split with
Jacksonville
week 18 if they don't need it. Maybe. And I don't think, I'm not the highest on the Patriots, but I don't think they're even close. I think the Patriots are just a much better team. So I just don't see it. They play the Chiefs. They play the 49ers. I think Houston is much better. Rams. They play the Broncos. They play Arizona on the road. They're underdogs in every road game. The only games that they're favored in, they're 1.5 point favorites week 3. And then what was it? They are 3-point favorites week 17 against the Saints at home.
And I'm surprised they're 3-point favorites.
The Saints are just a joke of a team.
No, I know.
They're the worst team. But,
but to be 3,
it's bad, man. Would you be shocked if they went under?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I expect them to be better than they were.
Yeah,
last
no,
year.
I do too.
And I wouldn't be shocked they're able to go 6-11. Still,
Right.
that's still a top 5 pick. 6.
Yeah. No, I know.
Maybe top 7 pick.
We'll see how it all pans out, but I'm gonna go under. You and Moonoff are on the over. Let's talk about Cam Ward now. His season-long props, his passing yards, 3,200.5, minus 114 both ways. Passing touchdowns is at 18.5, which I think is extremely low. Minus 132 towards the over, minus 102 towards the under. Give me the over on everything. I expect them to be down in most games. We're going to see a lot of garbage time throws. Calvin Ridley we'll talk about, but he's going to be a 900 to 1,000-yard receiver. Tyler Lockett's going to be around 7 to 1,000 yards as well. 3,200 for very smart quarterback who I don't think is going to turn the ball over, who's going to get plenty of opportunity to throw the ball under Brian Callahan. Yeah, these numbers are a little too low. I know the team isn't the best, but these numbers are extremely low. So, yeah, give me the over on both.
Yeah, Dale, give me the over passing 3,200.5. I think this number, I'm not going to say low, but I think it's manageable for Cam Ward. I expect him to have the opportunities. A lot of garbage time. I wouldn't be surprised he has a couple 300-yard passing games still because they're going to have to throw the ball. I don't expect him to pound the rock a ton with Tony Pollard. I don't expect him to have a ton of leads throughout the season. So I expect Cam Ward in this offense to be a pass-heavy offense there, and I think he could get over this number. I wouldn't be surprised he's somewhere around 3,500 yards passing. But I'm going to go under 18.5 passing touchdowns still. I think as a rookie, this is around the number, Would I be shocked he gets 20 passing touchdowns? Absolutely not. I just feel like for any rookie, it's a tough task. I think CJ had 20 his rookie year. And we can make the case CJ had one of the greatest rookie seasons since Cam Newton. Let's just be real, Dale. So I to have 19 plus passing touchdowns as a rookie, let's just be honest, Dale, for a below average team, to me, it's a tough task. So give me over 3,200 passing yards and give me the under 18.5 passing touchdowns.
Let's hit the running backs. I love Tony Pollard here. 875.5 at minus 114. 5.5 touchdowns is at plus 105. I stay away from the touchdowns, but he's 1,000-yard back every year. He's gone over this number in 3 straight seasons. Coming back home from Memphis, went to college in Memphis. I think he loves it here, honestly. I know the team's not that good, but dating back to 2022, he's gone over this number every year. He's a top 10 running back, whether you want to admit it or not. He's going to get 200 to 250 carries per year. He's going to go over 1,000 yards. Touchdowns isn't always there, which is why you see the market around 5.5, but he's a 1,000-yard receiver, and I think the offensive line got better. I'm a big Tony Pollard fan. I wouldn't draft him high, but he's definitely a fantasy guy as well. Yeah, give me the over.
Yeah, I love everything you just said. I'm shocked by it. You put Tony Pollard in the top 10, and 100%. Let me tell you why he's a top 10 wide receiver running back people. Because he's a dual threat. He could catch it as well. He could run it, Dale. We saw him do it even back when he was a Dallas Cowboys at the highest level. And I think Cam Ward is going to love Tony Pollard, Dale. I know you're saying don't take him high. I'm just going to tell people don't sleep on Tony Pollard. I think Tony Pollard could have 40, maybe 50 catches this season just off dump balls. And like you said, 3 straight season, 1,000 yards. Even as a backup in the 2021 or 2022 season, he had 700-plus yards still. So I think Tony Pollard is a shoo-in for 1,000 yards and at least bare minimum 40-plus catches still. Give me the over 5.5 touchdowns still. I think they're going to give Tony Pollard and Spears the opportunities more than they will let Cam Ward throw it in the red zone. So I think they're gonna limit Cam Ward opportunities in passing the ball in the red zone. Maybe a couple outs to the tight end and Calvin Ridley, but I think they're gonna give Tony Pollard and Spears at least 2 shots per red zone trip to try to punch it in.
We have breaking news. Titans have now waived injured wide receiver Treylon Burks, who fractured his collarbone.
Waived them. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, they drafted the 2 guys. They don't
Yeah.
need him.
Patriots. So let's sign him. Great veteran deal.
Buy low.
Buy low, possibly high reward deal. I think Trey Burks, we saw him not have somewhat of a breakout.
He's okay.
He's solid, and I think the potential's there because if he's able to have a pretty good season with Will Levis, hey, give him Patrick Mahomes, give him Justin Herbert, give him one of these legends. Hey, go sign with Pittsburgh. I think he could be a viable second option, or if not third, for a lot of teams out there. Gee, I'm a Patriots fan. I would love to have Burke. So it sucks that
It's
he got
unfortunate,
waived.
yeah.
Yeah, but
And now he has to deal with the injury, not on a team.
yeah. So I think come October, just because he's dealing with an injury right now, I'll say he'll be signed to a team by October.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the wide receiver room. The only guy I had props on was Calvin Ridley. His receiving yards, 900.5 at minus 114. Touchdowns is at 5.5. That's at minus 114 both ways as well. Now, he had a great year, back-to-back 1,000-yard receiving after that whole gambling. He got hurt in 2021. Then he got suspended for a year. But coming back, 2023 with Jacksonville, then going to Tennessee, back-to-back 1,000-yard receivings. The touchdowns isn't always there, but he's a 1,000-yard guy. He'll catch around, 50 to 60 balls, per year. But I like Calvin Ridley. I think he's the number 1 on that team. Bring in Tyler Lockett. He's going to take some pressure off of him as well. We'll see what Van Jefferson could do. But I like Calvin Ridley over 900 receiving yards. I'll stay away from the touchdowns, though.
Yeah, give me Calvin Ridley over 900.5. I think he's a shoo-in for 1,000 yards. He had 1,000 yards last year, and I can't emphasize this enough, with Will Levis. I think Cam Ward, like I said, is a huge upgrade over Will Levis. So give me Calvin Ridley over 900.5 receiving yards. If you want to plus it to get plus 1,000 yards, I think Calvin Ridley's definitely going to be somewhere over 1,000 yards. And Dill, I like the over 5.5 touchdowns. If you want to bet it, because I do think he'll go for 6+ still. And this is why I honestly like it. Honestly, you know what? Give me the over. You know what? I'm going to follow the trend. His first 3 seasons of his career, he went over this number. I think he had 2 out of the first 3 seasons. He had double-digit touchdowns. And then he went under the mark, and then he went over this mark. Last year, he went under this mark. Let's follow the trend. Let's go back over. Give me the over 5.5 receiving touchdowns for Calvin Ridley.
I love it, kid. Well, we already finished 3 divisions: the AFC East, the AFC North, the AFC South, and we will finish with the AFC West, starting at the end of this week and then going towards next week. Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders, Chargers. Cannot wait much. It's a better
Great
division. Great
division.
division. All right, kid, let's get to MLB. We'll talk about Tuesday's slate. We actually had some trades. It's the deadline coming up in a few days. Edward Cabrera got signed by the Mets. Chris Paddock went to the Tigers. Your Red Sox did not do anything, so we'll keep an eye. Yeah, exactly. So we'll keep an eye on it. Cameron Brink, though, making her debut for the LA Sparks after that injury. Remember, she went down early in the season last year, her rookie season. Yeah, making her return tonight or tomorrow night versus the Aces. So shout out her. It's been a long road.
It's been a long road. I hope we all know the potential was there. We saw her in that short stint. She was pretty great.
She was nice.
Yeah, she was pretty great. So gonna be interesting to see. We understand the Brinks are out of. Honestly, I gotta check. I'm pretty sure they're out of playoff contention. But let's see if she's able to just bounce back, be like her normal self, give her what the team needs, and maybe next season we see what she's honestly able to do.
Let me see the standings. LA. Yeah, they're 11-14. They're not that good. Still, maybe a little spark, maybe
Yeah, they went. They
down the
went.
stretch.
8 out of the last 10. Shit.
Okay, let's go to the Diamond. I honestly, I've been red hot. I just didn't really like Tuesday's slate, but you know who I do like? The Red Sox. Lucas Giolito going up against Chris. Oh, I thought it was going to be Chris Pack, but he just got traded to the Tigers, so we'll see. But still like it. Lucas Giolito. Twins are on my do not bet list still. They're 3-7. They've lost 2 in a row. I mean, when you're getting outscored 9-3, 7-2 against the Washington Nationals over the weekend, and then your only win is 1-0, I cannot trust you, even at home. Red Sox are the better team. I know they're only playing about 500 baseball right now, but it was a very good series over the weekend against the Dodgers. And you know what they showed me? They win close games, 4-2, 4-3. I like them. I think they should win this game. We got to see who pitches now for the Twins, but regardless of who it is, I do like the Red Sox here. And then my last play, I am going to go over to Kansas City. Braves are in free form. They stink. I mean, they are 14 games under 500 right now entering August. Like, who would have thought that? They're probably going to trade Marcell Ozuna. They're just not trying. They're just not trying at this point. They got blown out, swept over the weekend by the Rangers, who are storming right now. They are a team to buy on right now. 2-8. They stink on the road. They've only won 18 games. Seth Lugo just got that deal. Shout out Seth Lugo. I'm happy for him. He deserves to get paid. He is the better pitcher. -125 is a very good price at home for the Royals against a team that's not trying right now. So, yeah, Red Sox money line and Royals money line for me are my 2 plays for Tuesday.
Oh, I love the Royals play, Dale. Kind of going to tell you there. I only got one play for the people. I'm going to be honest. I've been getting my ass kicked all season, people. I think for the year, I'm down 12 to 14 units. So if you want to fade me, by all means, I would have possibly advised that. Being just transparent here. Not a lot of people are transparent. Been a rough season on the diamond for your boy. I got one play, Dill. I'm going to take a shot. Give me the Mariners, -115 on the money line. I'm going to take Logan Evans on the mound versus Luis Severino. I understand the Athletics are a little hot. 1-4 straight, I believe.
Yeah.
But they got to tone down a little bit. I think the better team is the Seattle Mariners. I understand they're on the road. I understand Logan Evans, not a household name. But give me the better team. Give me the Mariners -120 on the money line. That's my only play of the day.
Yeah, I don't mind that either. Mariners, they rake on the road as well. And Severino's kind of had an up and down season. But, kid, enjoy the rest of the few days. Do you have an update on the car?
Dill. It's been so hot. Haven't been able to go, but I made some phone calls.
Okay.
The mechanic that works on my other car, on my TSX, he saw the process. He told me from day one he's not trying to build the whole car because it takes up too much time. But I showed him where we were at, and he's like, I'm on vacation. Wait till I get back, and we'll talk something.
When does he get back?
I think he gets back Wednesday. So I'm going to hit him up this
weekend. Him Thursday.
No, I'm going to hit him up this weekend and be like, let me jump off the car.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't matter. Just finish it. And it's close. It's close. Need the radiator, all fluids, battery, sub harness.
You missing anything?
Shifter.
All right, that's it. That's just going to take too bad.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that.
Solid 2 days of work.
Good luck with that. Good luck on all your plays. Hopefully we get better in baseball. Football is back, man. We will we'll preview the next 2 games in the AFC West. And we got the Hall of Fame game on Thursday. So we are locked and loaded. Good luck, everyone, on all your plays. Enjoy the games, and we will see you guys on Thursday. Peace.